This is going to be a video to help you use the elimination method to solve a system of equations. Now when I solve a system of equations, I'm trying to find the point of intersection of the two lines. In this problem, my two lines are x plus y is equal to -4 and negative x plus 2y is equal to 13. I want you to notice that both of these problems or both of these equations are in standard form rather than slope-intercept form. Standard form is where we have a family of x plus the family of y is equal to some number. And both of these equations are in standard form. Here's how I solve the system of equations. What I notice is I have a positive x and a negative x in both of my two equations. What would happen if I combine those two equations? Well, if I do, positive x and negative x is just going to make 0x. Y and 2y is going to make 3y. And -4 and 13 is going to be equal to 9. So my new equation is going to be 3y equals 9. Now to solve for y, all I'm going to do is divide both sides of the equation by 3. And when I do that, I end up getting y is equal to 3. But I'm trying to find the point of intersection. I just know the y value for my point of intersection. What I have to do next is plug my y value of 3 into both equations and see if they match up. And if they do, that's going to be my point of intersection. If they don't, I've made a mistake and I need to redo my problem. So let's plug y is equal to 3 into my first equation. The first equation is x plus y is equal to -4. If I replace my y with positive 3, I'm going to have x plus 3 is equal to -4. The next step I'm going to do is I'm going to take away 3, or make a 0 pair with positive 3 on both sides. If I do that, on the left side of the equation, I'm just left with x. And on the right side of the equation, -4 and -3 is going to be equal to -7. Let's make sure that I did my problem correctly by plugging y is equal to 3 into my second equation. The second equation is -x plus 2y is equal to 13. Well, if I plug in 3 for y, I'm going to replace my y, or substitute my y with 3. I get -x plus 2 times 3 is equal to 13. Then if I multiply 2 times 3, I'm going to get -y plus 6 is equal to 13. Now to solve for y, I have to make a 0 pair with this positive 6. So I'm going to add a -6 to both sides. And when I do that, I have just a -x on the left side, and 7 and -6 is going to be 13 and -6 is going to be 7. But I don't want to know what -x, or the opposite of x, is, so I'm going to multiply both sides of the equation by -1. And what that does is that changes my -x, or the opposite of x, into a positive x. The opposite of 1 times -1, or the -1 times the opposite of x is equal to x. 7 times -1 is equal to -7. Notice that both of my values of x are equal to -7. So that means my point of intersection is going to be -7 and y is 3.